here, weekly look. Today is 19th of January, Saturday morning, 2019, 7 o'clock. Market obviously closed. Looking at the yearly chart, monthly candles, we can identify here we've had a real red start to this month here, the first new year and 2019, and we're trading here 173.10. We're touching the 10 SMA, and this is the first time for quite a while that we've seen this. Let's see what we have eroded this week. We can identify this big red candle here on the monthly. We're covering over these last two previous months. Obviously at 170 catch the eye on this chart. Pop down into the weekly, we can see this big fall here we've had this week, start of the year, below the 10 SMA on the weekly. Pop down into the daily, we can clearly see here that we've now tested and broken through the 60 SMA, which is my major line that we want to hold. So I would think that is a fair indication that we've now broken, and we will continue to see lower prices go down to test 170. If that doesn't hold, then we'd be looking for natural level, which would be down at 160. Stochastics now locked in. Just have a closer look on the May contract. You can see that we've gapped down below the first of all this 30 SMA here, 177, and we'll come down here trading 173. But you can clearly see this action here where we're heading to test a big negative week for the start of the year. So we'll look at the November contract. We can see here this 160 gave away. Same thing on the November, below the 10 SMA on the weekly. Let's pop down and have a look at the daily. We can see here now that we've broken through the 60 SMA. Well and truly, we've had price and time confirmation of that. All the moving averages now turned the other way, and stochastics locked in. We've identified this gap down here that we're looking to fill here at 154. We've got a swing low here at 151. 60% of the whole move up. So we've seen a move up from February of last year, £33 a tonne, and halfway house comes at 160. Whoops, sorry, we're just updating that chart at the moment. And obviously we broke that last week. Let's pop down to look more closely on this. We can see this price action here. We could see this big gap here that we left down. This was back in November 15th. We can see where price is heading to. We can see this red line here, the 60 SMA. We can see the gap as we came down to break through that, and we're heading down. Now I'm just going to pull up history chart here. This was back in 2003. This is when we saw a big rally up in wheat, and we went up to £112 a tonne. We can see this rise here, similar rise here. We can then see the market came down, came up to test the 60 SMA, whittled about, came up to test it away, and then gave away, finally breaking below here with a gap below the 60 SMA, and we went straight down. So this is the price action that we're getting. If we just pop down here, similar here, you can almost line them up, see what's happening here. So this on the left here, let's go over here. This is 2003, and this is the current year at the present moment. So what we can see here, just come through, had the rise up here, which you can see clearly on this, and we had a high of 112. We then had this first move down here, then an up move, a down move, up, and then we got a down move here. I was looking for a £10 a tonne move since we've broken through this 10 SMA. That would be we clearly would look for test of this, fill this gap at 154, and go down to test the swing low here, 151, 52, and we could even stretch down to go and test 150. But if you can see here clearly, we're following the similar pattern here. We've had this capitulation come up, test the 60 SMA, So what we've got here, got that test there, 2 tests, and then it just gives away. And we had similar here back in 2003. And I've also put bring up other years that we've seen a similar kind of pattern, and then we're looking for this next move down. And this is quite orderly. We're seeing the market sort of within a month going within this £10 a tonne kind of move situation. So that was a high, £10 retrace, £10 retrace, and we had a slightly higher retrace back here, but now we're looking for this £10 a tonne move. So we can identify that we've got this clearly a downward sloping channel and where we're heading for at the present moment. So obviously keep an eye on things. Any bounce at the moment would be seeing as selling opportunity below the 60 SMA, and I'll put an update this